I'm so excited today to be sharing with you the message about real confidence and how I learned to stop being shy on camera and show up authentically and bold like I am today. So, if you have wanted to change something in your life, or maybe you felt low confidence, low self esteem, shy, and just not being able to be fully yourself in the past, this live is going to teach you three important pillars that you need to keep in mind when you're trying to change these things. Now, these three pillars are actually super important and you can apply them in every area of your life. So you'll definitely be hearing more examples of this in the future. But today, we're going to be sharing how I overcame my camera shyness and being just not having much confidence on camera, not being able to be open on camera, and how I'm able to show up authentically today. So, real confidence is about presence, it's not about performance. And this is really, really important because a lot of the times when we're trying to be someone that we feel like we're not currently, it can feel a bit like performance. It can feel like imposter syndrome. It can feel like you're trying to put on some persona. And so I just want to share that if you're feeling like that right now, and if you've tried to do things in the past in your life, and it just felt fake for you, that's completely normal at first. But at the same time, it's not about putting on a performance, because eventually it will feel so natural and normal that you'll feel not like you'll feel like yourself on camera basically. And this is what I want to share with you today. So the first point that I would like to make is potential. Now, I've got a triangle here of the three pillars, and we've got potential, connection, and action. Let's go into potential first. Anytime you're trying to change something about your life, you want to be more of yourself. You want to improve parts of yourself. You want to let go of these blocks that are stopping you from being yourself. The first, most important part is to recognize your potential and trust. Trust is also part of this. Trust and stop waiting, I've written down, which is you've got to trust that you have the potential for this first. Before we even start changing and before we even start taking action, we first got to recognize our potential. So even if we haven't proved ourselves yet, and even though all our past experiences tell us, hey, we're still camera shy, our potential to be confident on camera is still there. And you might be surprised how important it is to recognize, because sometimes we just force ourselves to do it without coming from a place of natural potential that is being expressed through our actions. And this is what it allows you to do, is to get in touch with yourself. So you're not trying to be like someone else. A lot of the times when we take action, we're trying to emulate someone else or replicate someone else and be like someone else. But recognizing your own potential allows you to be yourself, because you're expressing your own potential. And so trust that you have that potential in you. Trust that you have the capability in you. Trust that if you fall into troubles, if you have obstacles, if you have challenges coming up along the way, trust that you have the potential to overcome them. Trust that you might know who to talk to, who to ask for help when it comes to this. And I'll share with you, I didn't get to this place on my own. I have had help from friends when it comes to showing up on camera, and not just about how to show up, but mostly like the back end type of stuff, like the technology, the camera, the lighting, all this stuff that you see today behind me. It's not come out on my own. It's come through because other people have told me and other people have given me feedback, and I've taken it on. But really, it came from me because I tried to express my potential, and this is why potential is really important. Something else that potential helps you with is it stops you from waiting. because a lot of times we're waiting. We're like, oh, we're not confident yet. I'll just wait to be more confident before I start recording. I'll just listen to a TED talk, and I'll listen to this confidence speaker, and I'll listen to these tips, and then I'll do it, right? And then I'll feel confident enough to show up on camera. And trust me, I used to play the same games with myself, okay? But at the end of the day, sometimes you can only really do that by doing it. Confidence only comes by doing it. You don't wait for confidence to come to you. Confidence is built through your natural presence on camera. And this is why connection is so, so, so important. Connection is about feeling. And you want to feel connected to your potential, but you also want to feel connected to the people that you're talking to. And this is one of the things I'm still learning about this. But when it comes to connection, you want to know who you're speaking to and feel connected to them. They have a reason that they're tuned in. There's a reason that you are watching this right now. And I feel connected to you because I know that you might have struggled with some low self-esteem in the past. You might have struggled with confidence issues in the past. But I feel you because I've been there myself, and I feel that connection. And so when you connect with yourself, you connect with others, you connect with the message that you're trying to send, that is all very, very, very important. And connection is a part of the process that often gets forgotten too. Most of the time, people forget potential and connection, and they go straight to action. And they go, well, if I'm trying to be confident on camera, I'm just going to keep recording myself and eventually I'll be confident. Yeah, actually, that can work, but are you going to be showing up as yourself? Are you going to be expressing your own potential? And these kinds of things. Are you connected to yourself, or do you feel like you feel disconnected on camera? You feel like it's so far away from who you really are that being on camera becomes draining and stressful. And I've been in that place too. But now I actually feel energized being on camera. I feel excited to share my message because I have that connection. And this connection is built, again, with practice. One of the most important part is action. And part of taking action is coming to, it's not just about hitting the record button, because what happens once we have already hit the record button? We've done the recording, we've uploaded it, or we've edited it and put it up there. The process doesn't just end there. When you want real confidence, when you want to show up as magnetic and confident on camera, part of it is feedback. And so when you've taken that action, this is where you do a little bit more of that connection process. You don't come to yourself with criticism, because this is what's going to lower your confidence when you do that. When you show up on camera, you've hit the record button, you've pressed the send, you've uploaded it, or you've sent it to someone. And the tendency can be, oh, I can fix this. And you look back at yourself and you think, oh, I could have changed this and I could have changed that. And there's a tendency to self-criticize. But this is where it's really important to come from a place of curiosity rather than criticism. Curiosity is what's going to allow you to get that feedback and incorporate it. But criticism just gives you judgments that makes you feel bad, and it makes you less likely to do that process again or even enjoy doing that process again. And that's what you don't want. So when you take that action, allow yourself to give yourself feedback. That is coming from a curious place. Like, hey, I buckled in that word. What was going on through my mind when that happened? Or, oh, I didn't pay attention that the lighting was really dark in this one. Or some little detail, things like that. Maybe it was about the volume of your voice. Maybe you were going too fast and you're just fumbling over your words. And if you're like that, I feel you. This is my defense tactic too. When I get stressed talking on camera, I tend to speak really, really fast because my brain is going really, really fast. And that's where it's really important to slow down. Once you slow down your words, you'll start to feel like thoughts are coming in your head slowly as well. and you'll start to gain that grounding again. And you might have been feeling this right now. Just now, I've slowed down my speech, and you probably felt like I went from blah, 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 to calm. And this is how you have that connection with the audience. You feel how they're feeling. And these are the secrets to being magnetic and confident on camera. So if this kind of content interests you, if you're looking to improve your life in one way or another, if you're just trying to be yourself, you just want to be authentic, you just want to be yourself, no filter, as we say, then keep on watching, subscribe, like, leave a comment. What was something that you learned from this? I learned that sometimes I hit the mic when I'm being expressive with my hands, and I have to be really aware of this. What did you learn? What was the most important aspect for you? Because when I came up with this 3-pillar model, everything that I've tried to do in my life, it fit exactly in this. So I'll be sharing more examples about this in the future, so keep a lookout on that. And until next time, stay well. Bye.